Welcome back to the second part of the video. If you haven't watched the first part, please make sure to watch it first and come here again and continue watching the second part. So we have been asking many questions to the person, Adil Afsar, about the stock market. So we have many more questions to ask to him. So without further delay, let's get into the video. So the next question is, how much money does someone needs to start the investment? So there is a myth, also a myth called, if you have a lot of money, you must have a lot of money to invest in stock market so that you could get good profits. Is that true? Does one need a lot of amount to enter into the stock market? What is the minimum amount?
Not at all. Actually, you can start investing with 200 rupees or 100 rupees, in fact.
Okay.
So there are like discount brokers now already, which are like online. So that's like Zerodha, Stock, Zero. These kind of companies are like online brokers. So they charge you very less. And you can start investing with even 100 rupees. So 100 rupees they would, or 100 or 150 rupees they would take you for their registration and everything. And then you can start investing with even 100 rupees. So even there are like stocks you can buy, like for example, Yes Bank. So they're like, Yes Bank is trading at 15, 14 rupees.
Yeah, 13.5.
So at 100 rupees, so at 100 rupees, you can buy around how many stocks? 7 to 8 stocks of Yes Bank?
Yeah, exactly. 7 to 8.
Yeah, so why to worry? Like still you can have 7 to 8 stocks of Yes Bank. So you can start investing with any small amount of that is not the case, in fact, but the only thing important is that start early.
Okay.
So if you can start early as possible, do it.
Okay. So next is an interesting question. So let's take an example of a student, like he's going to colleges and he has saved his pocket money of rupees 1,000, for example. Maybe he might have, for example, 500 or 1,000. What is the process which he has to do? Say, for example, one must open a demat account so that he can start trading. So there might be a process, right? There might be a process like he must need so and so documents. He must create a demat account. So can you explain about the process which he has to do first so that he can start his first investment?
Yeah, actually, basically what you want is that you need to have a demat account. Okay. A demat account is what? Demat account is any other account, is like any other account where you park your money. So shares, in terms of shares, demat account is the account where you park your shares.
Okay.
Right? So for demat account, you can before you used to go to open up a demat account, there used to be a big long form. You have to write it down and do everything. But today, with that digitalization process, you don't have to go anywhere. Just install the app, and through that you can go through any broker. So, for example, you can go through ICICI Prudential. So through that only the stocks which the documents which will be required would be like PAN card, Aadhaar card, your savings account through which you will transfer your money,
bank account.
Yeah, bank account, and also they will require you a cancel check of that checkbook.
Okay.
Yeah, so because that is required for whenever you will debit the amount and it will be received in your account, then that account should be given in whichever you require your money back after you sell your account. So you have to link a bank account. So it has to be a saving, and that and I think what else? I think nothing else. Nothing else is required. Aadhaar, PAN card, a good savings account. And automatically your the broker itself, like ICICI Prudential, Zerodha, or whatever broker you go through, they will open your demat account into CDSL or NLGL. So they will open up your account there, and automatically everything will be done. Then you don't have to worry much. Then you can operate it through the app of the broker itself, like ICICI, Zerodha, or whatever broker you are choosing.
Okay. So I came up to an interesting question, like when you were speaking. I also had this, when I was learning about the stock market. So basically, you are
Okay.
going to put your money into some company, for example, Colgate or Britannia. You are going to put some money. I thought, what if they take your money and run away? For example, is it safe? First of all.
Yeah, and this is so true. Sadly, there's a company. Fortunately, I would say first of all, that there is a agency called SEBI,
Mm-hmm.
and which has been appointed by the government itself. So they look after this which company is doing what.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, sad part is that there are like a lot of companies which are actually trading right now
Mm-hmm.
in the stock market on the grounds of which they are not working at all. So there are
Okay.
like a lot of companies which are now not working. They are like
Mm-hmm.
business has been shut up, but
Ah.
the shares are still trading.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you would invest in those companies, then definitely the chances of losing money is quite high, because
Okay.
you never know when will the like SEBI take an action on them, and they will get that company out of the stock market.
Okay. Okay.
So once your company is out of the stock market, then you still have the shares of that company. But if that company is not doing anything, the shares are nothing but like paper.
Yes. 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 Exactly.
Yes, because they are not trading, they are not doing anything, right?
Okay.
So that's why it's important that you invest in only good company which you know, which you have trust upon, like for example, Colgate again, Infosys, or those companies which you have, which you know that they have a huge, what do you call it, human resource, which is already operating. So if
Okay.
you look at TCS, you know there's a huge human resource which is still operating. If they can shut up their business, then the entire country will be like the economy may fall, because they are employing such huge, large amount of people.
Okay.
Hello, right? So, so that's why trust to know only those companies which are actually big.
So the next question is, what is the most important quality that investor must have?
Patience.
Patience. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like patience is something which has to be acquired by every investor. Either you will like run away from the market if you don't have any, or the
Okay.
market will teach you how to have patience
Okay.
with time. And if you so this is something which will automatically comes also on the journey. So you will have patience, then you will stay. If you don't have patience, then you'll have to generate it within you, and if you are not able to generate it within you, then you will automatically like waste all your money and go out of it.
Also, I have read this story. Once
Yeah.
like a guy found that his grandfather has bought the shares of Asian Motor, like the Royal Enfield company, and he has
Yes, yes,
left it
I should
for
know
years.
this. Yes.
Yeah. Can you say that
Yeah.
story? Short, little bit short.
Yeah, I don't remember it exactly, but yes, that his grandfather actually bought this company, Eicher Motors. This Eicher Motors is the same company which makes Royal Enfield.
Yes.
So Eicher Motors was not performing that well at that point of time, when his grandfather bought that stock, and actually he died. So everybody sort of forget about that stock. So that stocks were lying there in the cupboard. And after his grandson actually found that he has already bought some stocks, and his grandfather, that was his grandfather's name. And eventually, when they after I think in maybe 20 years or so, when they found it, it was like in some crores. I don't remember the exact figure.
Yes.
So
Yes.
actually, his money converted into I think 1,000 times.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So this is amazing. And actually, what happens? This is very true. This happens with a lot of people also. That is, when you will buy some stock, maybe that will not perform in 1 month. That maybe it will not perform in next 6 months. Maybe it will not perform in 2 years.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
will lose patience. And then when you said, but if you have that conviction, then I would say that you should stay with it.
Mm.
But if you are not very convinced, then definitely you will get out of it. Or maybe no wonder that once you get out of it, the stock may start rising.
Okay.
And this
Mhm.
is the same story which what Reliance also happened. So Reliance was one of the stock which everybody was tired of holding in their account. So it didn't give any returns in like 7 to 8 years. And in last 5 years, it has like I think 6 or 8 times the stock automatically
Okay.
it has
Okay.
gone in
Mhm.
the last 6 years. So anybody who would have like stayed for 7 years and gone out of the market and sold
Mm.
Reliance, then he
Mhm.
would be in a big loss today.
Okay. So that's the best example, like for the patients, you needed a market.
Yes.
So basically, you have to buy
And
stocks and keep it
this
for
is
years.
yes, this is a very good example with there are one of the very good investor called Vijay Kedia.
Okay.
And Vijay Kedia is one of the big investor who is known for buying penny stocks.
Okay.
So so his specialization is that he always buy companies which are not very costly and which are not very well known. But
Okay.
there are from his journey we can learn from his story. I have learned a lot that in his journey also there has been times like 7 or 8 years where the stock has not moved a bit, and after 7 to 8 years it has started rising, and within 1 year it has like gone 5 times or 10 times high in
Oh,
1 year,
okay.
single in one single year.
Mm.
So this is how stock market reward you if you are patient enough.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Next is an important question. So
Yeah,
basically, people think, if you earn a lot of amount in stock market, people used to say it's only because of luck. So the
yeah,
general
yeah,
the general thought people have is stock market is based only on the luck. So is that real?
yeah.
Like only if you're lucky will you be able to make money, or is there any something else behind luck?
Yeah, actually, luck will definitely play a major role in your life. That is true for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But without I think without planning, luck even can't help you out.
Okay.
So you have to plan accordingly. You have to have a. I always say that you always have to have a B option.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to diversify your portfolio. You have to think of if the market, if the money uh, doesn't gives you return in the next 10 years, what will you do? So you will be ready for this also. So
Mm-hmm.
from one of the very famous quotes from Vijay Kedia, he said in his one of his lectures that if the amount of capital you have invested in stock market doesn't belongs to you, the profit
Okay.
belongs to you.
Okay.
So if you have invested 10 lakhs, then that 10 lakhs is not yours anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So when some money is not yours, so why to worry?
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have
Okay.
invested, let them multiply. And also that should not affect your state of mind also and not your lifestyle. So
Mm,
uh, that should be the money which should be strictly kept for only investments, and it should
mm.
not bother you much.
Actually, that's how I started. I said I have started with
Yeah.
600 rupees. So I thought if I lost, it's going to be only 600. If I get it's going to be a
Yes.
profit. So that's what the mindset which I had, when I have started investing.
And, and also, if you keep it simple, I think there is it is very difficult to lose money in stock market. If you keep it
Mm,
simple, if you
okay.
make it complicated, then it is very easy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, it's not going to be loss, right? Unless you sell it in loss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not at all. In fact, if you are buying good companies, then why to worry? It's like if you are holding a Colgate company, then why to worry? It will someday or the other, you know that it's a good company. It will eventually go up.
Mm,
So it will eventually go up. It will test your patience though, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So why should someone invest in stock market? There are plenty of investment options actually. Like most of the generation used to invest in real estate, and most of them used to
Yeah.
keep in the bank so that they can get a fixed profit. So when you have all these kind of investment options, why should someone invest in stock market?
Yes, and this is something which I'm really fed up of telling people, but actually we are all actually at the end of the day we are all emotional people.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the fact that women in our houses is very much emotionally attached with gold.
Mm. Yes.
So because of the fact that they are so emotionally attached with gold, they buy more gold.
Mm.
Now, if you think the volatility of the gold is very equivalent to the stock market,
Mm.
but the kind of returns it has given is almost less than even half
Mm.
than the equity market itself. So it's like no point of investing in gold.
Mm.
But still, as we are all emotional people, we will still keep investing in gold because
Mm.
that will also become a part of our society, our
Mm.
culture, and it acts as a commodity which is we cling to it.
Mm.
So
Mm.
and second thing is real estate. People are like mad in real estate, and this has actually made people. I think they are they have abstained themselves from making huge amount of money from their assets
Mm.
because of real estate. Uh,
Okay.
what I have seen in real estate, the only people who have got compensation from the government,
Mm.
like for example in Greater Noida, like there are like a lot of farmers who have got compensation from the government. They have like got huge amount of money, and then now they are like having a good time. But apart from that, people who have bought real estate, they haven't got good returns
Mm.
as compared to if they would have invested in equity. But again, as we have this emotional emotional what do you call tendency of attachment.
Mm.
Now, stocks doesn't looks anything physical, no,
Mm. Mm. Yes. Yes.
and real estate is a piece of land which looks which we can look at it and we say this is our land. So we get
Mm.
this sense of attachment with that land, and that same is with gold.
Mm.
So
Mm.
because of that emotional, I think attachment, people have more clingy with themselves to like gold and real estate, but they haven't done any good to human beings as such
Mm.
when it comes to returns.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So even my family has like more invested in real estate as compared to equity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
even I
happens
am not
in.
able to. Yeah.
Also, it plays an
So this.
important role during inflation, right? Like, for example, if you can buy some things for 100 rupees, it's going to be 1,000 rupees in next 10 years. So same like
Yes.
in stocks. So for example, if you keep the amount in a bank, it's going to be for example, if you have 100, it's going to be say 200 or 250 in 10 years. I don't know. I'm saying it roughly.
Yes.
But if you
Yes.
have invested the same 100 in stock market, it's obviously going to be higher than that. So it also
Yes.
helps you
Yes.
during inflation.
Yeah. Actually, if that is because of the fact that the money in itself is depreciating every single day. So
Mm-hmm.
if we can consider it that 6% is the amount of inflation, which is not, the inflation is more than 6% though. But if we think 6% is the inflation, then amount of 100 rupees you are holding right now in your hand will be left with 94 rupees only
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay.
in next what do you call it, in next 1 year.
Okay, okay. So the final question: how investing has changed your
Yeah,
life?
my life.
Yeah, your life. Since you're an active investor,
Yeah,
you have been investing for a long
yes,
time. So I just want to, to re-explain.
yeah, not very long though. 2016 I started investing though in mutual
Okay,
fund,
okay.
but in stock itself I started in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been like 3 to 4 years now. But I've seen a lot of ups and downs, especially during COVID and that COVID crisis, the market fall, and I've enjoyed that journey when everybody was in panic, and
Mm-hmm.
I have somehow maintained myself to be brave enough and invested at that point of time,
Mm-hmm.
and double the money in the next 6 years, 6 months itself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think it has revolutionized the entire way of my thinking actually. So I think it has contributed to my life immensely,
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody, if somebody can understand the power of stock market, they can actually become financially independent, which I would wish everybody become. And I would
Yes.
suggest that it's not mathematics. It's not very critical to understand. Basically, even I was very poor in mathematics, very
Yes,
poor.
me too.
So it's so that's true. But here when it comes to investing, it's very simple mathematics, and it is very interesting also at the same time. So I would say that it's very simple. Everybody should start investing and start as soon as possible. As you know this, as you see this video, so start as early as possible, because uh, it will only reward you if you start early, and it requires you to become like 10 to 15 to 20 years to become financially independent. So once you are financially independent, then it's like life is yours. Now you are not doing any job out of compulsion, but you are doing just for the sake of enjoying. So
Yeah, that's nice. Like that was a fantastic section. Talking about this.
yes,
I hope
I
many
hope so.
people will start investing after seeing our video. And we are here to help you always. Like if you have any questions, like any stupid questions, you can ask in the comments, and we'll try to explain. And moreover,
Yes,
Adil, like to say more about Adil, he's an assistant professor in a university. So basically, when I was studying in college, I have learned, and I couldn't say nothing, but I haven't learned a lot from my professors. But once he has become my friend, I was able to learn more about things in life. So I wish like we are going to be friends, so you can learn a lot about it with us actually. So you can ask any kind of questions
definitely.
you have. So that's
Yeah,
it.
also it would be better if Shiva, you can just put down your phone number below, so
Yes,
that
yes.
anybody who can avail your portfolio management consultancy, they can get it for free.
Yes, 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 sure, sure. We'll put our contacts in the description too, and you can use it. So that's it, guys. Have a nice day then. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shiva. Bye bye.